Real quick before we get up out of here, I think I'll run through headlines real quick. So World War III is obviously heating up a little bit. Now I'm just going to run through just straight headlines on things I couldn't cover in depth here today. There's quite a few of them, but let me pull them up. We'll kind of run through these real quick, kind of some of the stuff we didn't get a chance to speak of. But we'll close out the show with that. There's quite a few, actually. Let me pull them up. Way too many I'd like to see. There was actually quite a lot of news this weekend. I just was a little bit busy. I'm going to try to take all Saturdays off. Saturday may only be my only day off, but I don't know. Let me pull these up. I'm almost through them. Almost got them all up. Okay, got them. Okay. Says Georgia Guidestones are coming to fruition. Yes. Nukes are something I wish the world was rid of. Yeah. If China, Russia, Iran, Afghanistan, North Korea, and Cuba Voltron on us. No, I agree. I agree. JB, did you drop the Cosby kids off at the pool? I don't know what that means. I'm a grown up. I have no clue what that means. Oh, you were trying to be funny. Oh, you were talking about poop? Trolley. Oh, God. Did you already cover the riders from the March for Our Lives rally? It's coming. I didn't consider it was a big enough of a story to really do it any more than just headlines. So we're going to go over a little bit of headlines here. Let's do it. We have laws against child endangerment. Governor DeSantis says we could order Florida CPS to investigate parents who take their children to drag shows. Nice 80s joke there. Exactly. Exactly, too. He's like, I know what'll get him. He aged it. He revealed himself there, right? Right? Anyways, here's the thing. I agree with DeSantis. I think that and so I'm going to ask you guys real quick before we move on. Yes or no? If you take your child to a drag show, I believe that is child abuse. I do. I believe wholeheartedly. If you take your child, exactly, good idea. You take your child around these pedophiles, to me, you forfeit the right to be a parent. Anytime you purposely bring children around obvious pedophiles, you forfeit that right. It's child abuse. Very, very dangerous child abuse. That's just kind of my opinion on it. Husband of Chicago State Attorney, this is good. Husband of Chicago State Attorney Kim Foxx, right, calls cops after she slapped him over something he posted on Facebook. I don't know if you know who Kim Foxx is. Kim Foxx was the person that started this whole Jussie Smollett thing by believing him in the beginning, all this bullshit, right? Initially dropped the initially went, I don't want anyone around that crap. Exactly. So Kim Foxx, who initially came out in support of Jussie Smollett, that whole situation. Hold on, I gotta fix my balls, man. Anyways. So the husband gets smacked by Kim Foxx. He calls the police over something he posted on Facebook. I'm going to be dead honest with you. This is just what we know. Can you imagine what goes on in that household? I saw you post on Facebook and motherfuckers are really fighting over shit like that. Like, to me, I don't know, part of me laughs about it. And I know there's going to be people that laugh, well, why did he call the police? You know what? Because if he would have beat her up, all of you guys would be out here talking about he was a woman beater. To be honest, I think he should have knocked her the fuck out. But I just want you to understand, imagine being in that household, because a lot of you guys have been there. I've been around, right? I've been in that situation. If you think back to even my fight with my ex-wife, it was because of what I was doing on YouTube and saying on YouTube. That's what it was. Johnny Depp was a unicorn, yes. Brassman, the husband sounds like a beta in the sim. But here's the problem. What do you do in this stage, right? You don't have to call the cops, just leave? I agree. But what if she tells them that you hit her? I'm mixed on it. I'm kind of in the middle. I'm mixed on it. Women call the police on dudes all the time. I think it's time for some women to start fucking getting in trouble. Maybe women will stop calling the police on domestic disputes. You know my take on it. If a man and woman fight, they fight. I do think people should leave the household, right? She's a state's attorney. I agree. I agree. I guess I can just exactly. She's a state's attorney. That's actually not, it was smart. That's a very valid point, Mindy. Think about that. In this day and age, he did the right thing. Exactly, Tim. And Mindy just said something that was very right. He says, just leave and fight on your phones like the rest of the tards. I agree. Think about that, though. She's a state attorney. Leave with those flip-flops. Who has flip-flops? I told my ex-wife once that if she called the cops to call an ambulance too. Exactly. That's what I say. You bring the police to my door, you might as well bring the whole group. Because y'all saw the videos. You saw how I treat the police in my presence. You bring the police in my door, in my house. Y'all saw. So you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Now charges the max. But here's the point. Is Mindy's right. She has power as the state's attorney. You kind of got to put it on paper, right? Because think about it. You walk away and she gets in some sort of thing. They dominated you. Yes, they dominated me. They dominated me. You never seen those videos? Oh, they're vicious. Absolutely. They were in your home, bruh. Well, yeah, they were. They were in my home. What does that mean? That's funny as hell, JB. I'll be over to fuck your wife later. Yes. Exactly. I'll show it to you eventually, Robert. Every now and then we go back over the video. It gets funny. But yeah, now you see the way I deal with them. To me, it's the way I said fanny pack, exactly. So I don't know. With her being a state's attorney, I think he might have done the right thing. Biden says nations need to halt the dangerous way. Get this shit. Get this shit. I want you to think about what this fucking jackass says. Biden says nations need to halt the dangerous way people are migrating and announces plan to send refugees to Spain. President promises to secure the border with and stop the dangerous journey north. Unlawful migration is not acceptable, says Joe Biden at a speech in LA. Nations attending the Summit of Americas reached a declaration on migration. Get the fuck out of here. Let that sink in. Joe Biden, the man that's let in almost 2 million illegals, says, oh, we need to halt the dangerous ways people are migrating. We need to send refugees to Spain. Now he's promising to secure a border. Oddly enough, right in time for elections. Ain't this a bitch? Joe Biden saying that. We've only got one shot at this. Moment sniper kills man holding gun and kidnapped baby in the desert. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. Real quick while we're here.
Guns pointed right at us. Guns pointed at us.
Hold!
Hold!
One shot.
A 2 News exclusive, heart-stopping moments that you'll only see here on 2 News tonight, all on camera the day that a police sniper was needed during a tense standoff in southern Utah. Thanks for being with us for 2 News at 10 tonight. I'm Mark Cabell.
And I'm Heidi Hatcher. Jeremy Harris obtained this body camera video of St. George police shooting a man who kidnapped a baby and then held the child hostage in the desert. He joins us live. Jeremy?
Yeah, Heidi, we first told you about this incident back on February 17th.
That was dope.
First time we're
Crazy,
seeing
though.
the perspective of those responding officers. You won't see the actual shooting, but we do want to warn you the video is intense. Officers raced to keep up with the fleeing suspect as he drove through the desert of southern Utah into Arizona. Cops may have backed off if not for the fact that the suspect, Oscar Alcantara, had just kidnapped a woman's baby.
Who's the baby? It's an unknown child to him. Unknown child.
He kidnapped just some random woman's baby.
St. George.
Alcantara was holding a gun in one hand, the baby in the other. A St. George police sniper tries to get the shot,
Hold on. Hold on, guys. We got a sniper right here.
but Alcantara keeps moving. He eventually runs off into the desert, and police cautiously go after him.
Well, we got one shot of this stuff.
Still holding the child, Alcantara stops behind some brush, and the situation becomes critical. Listen close.
Guns pointed right at us. Guns pointed at us. Baby and gun in right. Baby in right.
The sniper moves into place again.
One shot.
This next portion of the video is blurred, but you can see and hear what happened.
I got child.
One shot. These motherfuckers had one shot. Listen, man, I'm critical of the police when they're wrong. When they're heroes, I have to say that shit's amazing. One shot. It could have went really wrong. It's also, imagine being the guy. Imagine being whoever made the decision to take that shot and then deciding who's taking the shot. Imagine being the guy that your captain or whatever says, bro, this is you. And imagine having to take that shot knowing that if you miss that shot, the baby's dead. Or imagine hitting the baby. Like, I can't even understand or imagine what it would be like to be in that situation.
The baby is okay and rushed away.
Exactly, Tim.
Baby's on its way out.
Alcantara is dead on the spot, and for the first time since this ordeal began, everyone on scene breathes a sigh of relief.
Good job.
Why training is crucial, exactly.
On the Arizona side of the border, it's currently under review by the Mojave County Attorney's Office. I spoke with them today. They say they're still going through those hundreds of hours of video, as well as dozens of officers and witnesses who were involved in this. As for the baby, that child was safe, unharmed, and returned to its...
That's pretty fucking awesome. I like that. Let's give a shout out to the Washington Commanders, which is the Washington Redskins. Defensive coordinator Jack Del Rio. They actually fined him. I want you to keep this in mind. The NFL has no problem. They don't fine people when they kneel for the national anthem. Jack Del Rio is a coach. They said they fined him $100,000 for saying the January 6th insurrection was just a mere dust-up. That's all he said. He said nothing burned down. It was just a dust-up, which that's okay. So of course you can't say that. You can kneel for the anthem. You could say all the shit negatively and liberal that you want. But this guy says, hey, nothing burned down. Mere dust-up. Right? Which is right. I think most people understand. Remember, they call the Black Lives Matter protest of 2020 peaceful protest. See how that works? This guy says the exact same thing, just vice versa, on a very small event that was a lot smaller. And of course, they fined him $100,000. Probably going to fire him and suspend him too as the time goes. They're probably going to do it as well. But I think it's awesome that someone like him stood up and said what he had to say. It's the best word I have to explain January 6th. I agree. AOC refuses to say she'll back, there's a reason this headline matters. Fuck AOC. To back Joe in 2024 after reporting suggests Democrats believe it cannot be Biden. And the president should announce his intent not to seek re-election. So the Democrats are starting to come out and realize Joe Biden's a failure. So the Democrats are starting to say, we're not backing Joe Biden in 2024. Joe Biden needs to come out and say he's not running. I think that's a big thing. Because let me tell you, especially before the midterms, this is telling all the voters, this is telling people that even Democrats think Joe Biden's doing a horrible job. Upgrade says she won't back a white man. This is the best way to get rid of Biden for the Dems. Exactly. But here's the thing, make no mistake about it. They're going to come with something stronger. Joe Biden's weak. They're going to come with something stronger. Now, this can work to our advantage in the midterms. Maybe. Because if Democrats are saying, Joe, our president's not doing a good job, maybe the voters will believe that too. Not that I think that Democrats are all of a sudden going to, another puppet incoming. I agree with that, Tim. I don't disagree. Donald Trump's Truth Social. This is going to piss some of you off. Some of you Trumpies later on, Robert. This is going to piss some of you Trump lovers. I like Trump. Off. I get a paid day off on the 20th. This is the first holiday I've ever seen my coworkers collectively opposed. Exactly. Donald Trump's Truth Social is suspending users who post about the January 6 hearings on the free speech alternative. I got to be honest. I told you. Whether it's Truth Social, whether it's anything else. I'm sure there are people on Truth Social. Thank you, Robert. My point is, when these people tell you, I'm going to give you free speech, I understand, no, they're not. All each side is going to do is just ban the other side, right? Does that make sense? And so I just wanted to show you this. Let me show you the image. Just so you know, for you guys that don't know, yes, Donald Trump's Truth Social does ban people. No, you don't have free speech on Truth Social. That's all I'm saying. It's got Trump's name, but a Zionist operations like all. Exactly, Abel. I agree with you there. But I wanted to show you guys that just in case there was any mistakes. Cops bust 31 members of white supremacy group. I told you they're still coming after us. Patriot Front planning a riot in Idaho Pride. Found packed in U-Haul van with shields, riot gear, and a smoke grenade. Guys, Patriot Front is not a white supremacy group. They literally are an FBI PSYOP operation. We've talked about this before. We've talked about this over and over again. These are all them people you see walking in the white shirts and tiki torches. Real white supremacists don't walk around like that. Real white supremacists are not carrying tiki torches. They use these people every time they want to push forward an agenda. They used it when the Jews will not replace us. Remember that? They used them then. They used them at the Virginia election. Do you guys remember that? They had the guys standing outside the bus. Exactly, Tim. 31 members of the group, Patriot Front, were arrested near a Pride event after they were found packed into the back of the U-Haul truck. Now, let me ask you a question. Do you, white supremes don't coordinate? Exactly. It is a false flag. Do you guys remember, though? Remember during, we talked about the Azov being at Charlottesville. We talked about that the other day. Do you remember when the Black Lives Matter riots were doing? They also were packed in trucks and shields. How come they didn't get arrested? The men were inside the truck wearing khakis, navy blue shirts, and white how do we say that fucking word? Balaclavas, is that what it is? Covering their faces. One smoke grenade, they say, and riot gear. That's all they found is one smoke grenade and riot gear. They found documents that included an operations plan from the truck, as well as shields and shin guards, all of which made their intentions clear. All 31 were charged with conspiracy to riot, a misdemeanor. Hold the fuck on. I recall during the Summer of Rage, they had shields and shit like that. You see what I'm saying? It's all bullshit. It's all bipartisan. It's that simple. It can't not be bipartisan. No, this is all part. This is, remember the pallets and bricks planted at the BLM riots? Yes. Food prices set to soar even more. Kraft, Tyson, McDonald's owners say higher fuel, labor, and ingredient costs will be passed on to the customers. It's going to go through the roof, guys. Grocery prices were up 11.9% last month, while food away from home increased 7.4%. Food is getting incredibly crazy. I showed you some of these numbers earlier. Inflation's going through the roof. This is not part of the curriculum. Parents' fury. After it's revealed New York City has spent more than $200,000 sending drag queens into schools to read to kids as young as 3 years old, sometimes without the parents' consent. Let that sink in. $200,000. There's cities and states and governments right here. All of this money issues, all of these issues. All of these issues. They're spending $200,000 to send trannies into your schools with your kids. Since 2018. Hiring drag queens to read to students at public schools. Understand, they do this just to indoctrinate. They do this just for shock value. Why can't we just have regular people read books? Yellowstone goes woke and renames Mount Doan as First Peoples Mountain after backlash over explorer Gustavus Doan, who took part in the massacre of 175 Blackfoot Native Americans in 1870. Good, awesome, ain't this great? We're just getting rid of everybody that had any part in America whatsoever. Do you see what I'm saying? This is never ending. So now Yellowstone goes woke. These mountain changes, of course, school changes, all these different changes. Because you can't be reminded of the real history of America. That $200K would be nice for paper and pencils is exactly right. Everybody's going woke. Not James Patterson, hell of an author. Thriller novelist James Patterson claims white older male writers are victims of racism. I agree. And says it's hard for them to get writing gigs in film, theater, TV, or publishing nowadays. Guys, make sure you go buy yourselves a James Patterson novel. They're all over the place. You can find them at Walmart all day for $9.99, some $19.99. Support people like this. James Patterson, age 75, has some balls. He comes out and he's saying, hey, white people are victims of fucking racism. Today, now he sold 450 million copies, so he's doing all right. But he's making it clear. White people are discriminated against, period. And that's true. He's not wrong. Everybody wants woke and James Patterson is one of the best novelists in forever. Every single time, like I see this motherfucker just novel after novel after novel after novel. If you don't know who he is, please go pick up one of his books. Judge backs Home Depot's ban on staff wearing Black Lives Matter slogan because it unnecessarily politicizes the workplace. Another piece of good news, because it's true. I don't think people should be able to wear any divisive political shit inside their job. Same reason I didn't want Kaepernick to kneel. Just go do your work, man. I don't want to walk into a Taco Bell or wherever and see somebody wearing a Black Lives Matter hat. I don't want that motherfucker making my taco. Google engineer warns the firm's AI is sentient. Suspended employee claims computer program acts like a 7 or 8-year-old and reveals it told him shutting it off would be like death for me. It would scare me a lot. I'm going to do a full video on this tomorrow because I actually think it matters. Our computers, our programs, our artificial intelligence are creating minds of their own. They have minds of our own, guys. This is how the Terminator happens. This is how the Terminator happens. We have invented ourselves and created ourselves into a fucking dystopian hellhole. You don't create technology that can fucking kill you. You don't create the shit. In case you did not know, gas is currently $5.01 per gallon. We have crossed the $5 mark like I said we would by the end of the week. Big Brother is watching. Of course, I work at a corporate office and I wear what I'm told, and there's no political attire. Exactly, Tim. Exactly. 100% understand. 100% agree. Supply chain issues are creating a tampon shortage. That's right, hoes. That's right, you bitches. What's up, Napdos? That's all we need. There's a bunch of bitches walking around here bleeding all over the goddamn place, losing their fucking shit. Stay away from these bitches. It's going to be a dangerous situation. These bitches don't have, man. Can you imagine all the little blood puddles we're going to see all over the place? Shortages are going everywhere. I'm joking, but it's, we're running out of everything. Food prices keep going up and up and up. We already read about that earlier. But meanwhile, did you guys know this? Let me show you this. Federal tax collection set record again through May. They keep setting records. $3,374,629,000,000 federal tax collection, set another record in the first 8 months of 2022. So let me get this straight. They're collecting record numbers of taxes from you and me, not me. But you can't get tampons. You can't get baby formula. Exactly, more like record theft. That's what we're seeing. Man arrested, check this out. Oh, check this shit out. I'm going to bleed all over your couch. Yum. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Man arrested for leaving flowers on fiance's grave, found guilty of littering. Let that sink in. Man took flowers to his fiance's grave. They arrested, he said, you and the couch can sleep outside. They arrested him for littering. We are living in an Alabama man, I think it was Upgrade, who planted flowers on the graveside of his fiance, was arrested at the direction of the woman's disapproving father. And then he was found guilty of littering. You can't make this shit up. The father is a pastor. He put flowers on that woman's grave. The father said, I want this man arrested for littering. They arrested him for littering. A judge convicted him of littering. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. To California, listen, this is a good thing. I don't know what to think about this. The California exodus continues. As, no, the guy did not kill his girl. She died in our car crash. The girl died in a car crash. His father just hated him. The California exodus continues as these liberal sacks of shit are going south of the border. Good. At least we're getting some immigration the other way. Residents are tired of this, of California. They're going to Mexico. Good. Get them out. Get all them California motherfuckers. It was in Auburn, says Upgrade. There you go. He knows the guy, apparently. You know, maybe Upgrade, maybe they were fake flowers from Dollar General. No, I don't think they were. But you never know. I actually, you know how kind of those kind of beefs, incidents kind of happen, man. It was a crazy story, though. So we got California people going to Mexico now. By the way, the largest pork company in the United States in California shuts down. Abby's are weird. There you go. Largest pork company in the United States shut down California plant due to high costs. Another pork plant down. We're losing all kinds of food production and all this shit all over. You guys saw all over the place. You guys saw all over the place. There were places burning down. Like, guys, they genuinely are about to push us into a famine. All these meat processing plants are getting burned down. Now here they're getting fucking shut down. We don't need any of these processing places to fucking fall out. They're paying farmers to not grow food. Meanwhile, food delivery service Postmates features shout out to anal sex for Pride Month. Homosexual sex is all too often omitted and stigmatized. Not this year, says Postmates. Fuck you, Postmates. I ain't doing it. Look at this. You shouldn't miss a good meal for a good time. That's why this Pride Month we've teamed up with blah, blah, blah to create the world's first bottom-friendly menu. Yep, it's real. A bottom-friendly menu. I'm fuck Postmates. I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of this shit.
What are you eating this Pride? Well, if you're a top, it seems like you can eat whatever you want.
Right.
But if you're a bottom, you're expected to starve? Not this Pride. Introducing the bottom-friendly menu from Postmates. We teamed up with Dr. Evan Goldstein from Bespoke Surgical to bring you a menu of bottom-friendly foods backed by science. Insoluble fiber won't help you feel cute, so avoid things like whole grains, wheat bran, cauliflower, potatoes, legumes. Hold up, are you just fully diving into those beans? The problem with these foods is they don't dissolve in water, which could cause a traffic jam in your digestive system, making a mess of your evening. Speaking of messy, it's a good idea to avoid dairy.
I cannot handle lactose right now. Look at her.
If you're going to eat something insoluble, give your body about 24 hours to process all of it. Soluble fibers and protein are the key to having some good, clean fun. These all digest easily and slowly while feeding your good gut bacteria, which makes sushi a great bottom-friendly option. There's no right or wrong way to bottom, but if you're planning on getting peachy this Pride, the bottom-friendly menu on Postmates has the kinds of foods that could keep you feeling good.
Are you organic?
This is, I hate the world. I hate this fucking, I hate this fucking planet. I can't stand it. Like, I don't even understand how this is a thing. Meanwhile, January 6th committee members claim they have enough evidence for Department of Justice to begin investigating a criminal indictment for Trump. That'll be the last story today. I don't even know what to say. A, I don't think they're going to arrest Trump. I'm not worried about that. Bottom friendly, for you guys, you said you didn't know what Postmates was. Postmates is a delivery service like Uber Eats type shit. I think it's something like that. Or something like that. I've never used it. I ain't gonna use it now. These motherfuckers just come right out. Like it's like they try too hard, right? It tries too hard, right? And that's weird. JB cries a lot, said $49.99. Yes, you like that? JB cries a lot. You watched me for free tonight. You watched me for free tonight, didn't you? Oh. Oh. Does that make you sad? How could a man find another man sexy, though? That's crazy. I agree, Tenebreeze. But I also don't understand how you can sit up there and have multiples, Tenebreeze. To be honest. All right, guys. We are about to get up out of here. Thank you to everybody that hit the tip jar. Thank you to everybody that didn't. It's been a good one. Sunday night, man. I'll try to do these on Sunday night. I probably will never do Sunday morning. That probably will never happen. You know, but I'm going to try to keep it 6 days a week, at least Saturdays off. We'll see how it all plays itself out. They obviously want Trump around to keep little people that believe in the system fighting. Maybe. I don't know. Y'all have a good night, you too. Napdos. Love you guys. I will see you in the morning for morning coffee. I'll have you guys some news videos and all that. He wants to know what I'm wearing. Yeah, I know. How many push-ups can I do? 3.5. JB cries a lot. 3.5. I know how many shots I can fire, though. That's what I do know. All right, I love you guys. Have a good one. Don't worry about how many push-ups I can do, you homo. You want to know? Is that what you're trying to? JB, come push up on me. JB, come push up on me. We know you want. We know. We get it. All right, guys. I love y'all. I'm gonna get up out of here. I'll see you tomorrow. You guys have a good one. Peace out.